This is a true story, or at least that's what they say around the campfires in Alaska. 3 years ago, a woman named Sarah booked a solo camping trip deep in the Arctic wilderness. She wanted peace, no phone signal, no people, just snow, trees, and silence. The ranger who checked her in gave her one warning. If you hear something walking around your tent at night, stay inside. Whatever happens, stay inside. Sarah laughed. She thought he was talking about bears. The first day was perfect. The second day was strange. She began finding footprints around her camp. Not bear prints, human footprints, bare feet, in the snow. They circled her tent but never approached closer than 10 feet. Sarah assumed another camper was playing a prank. That night she heard crunching outside. Slow footsteps. Crunch, 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 circling the tent for nearly an hour. Then silence. At exactly 3:17 a.m., she heard a woman's voice. "Help me!" It came from outside. Sarah froze. The voice sounded weak, cold, terrified. "Please, let me in." She unzipped the tent slightly. Nobody was there. Only darkness and fresh snow. Then she looked down. The footprints started directly beneath the opening. Bare, human footprints, standing inches from her face. The next morning, she packed her gear and decided to leave. But something was wrong. The footprints weren't human anymore. Halfway through the trail, they changed. The toes became claws. The stride became wider. And the tracks led into the trees, following her, not ahead of her, following. Sarah hurried back toward camp to wait for daylight. That's when she found the torn backpack. It belonged to another camper. Inside was a journal. The last page read, "Whatever is outside can imitate voices. Do not answer it. Do not follow it. And if you see a polar bear, run!" Sarah laughed nervously. A polar bear couldn't survive this far south. Then she noticed something written beneath it. A final sentence scratched into the paper. "Because it isn't a polar bear." That night she locked herself inside her tent. At 2 a.m. she heard footsteps again. At 2:30, scratching. At 3, breathing. Heavy breathing, right outside the fabric. Then the voice returned. This time it sounded exactly like her mother. "Sarah, open the tent." She didn't move. "Sarah, I'm cold." The breathing got louder. "Sarah." Then the thing outside growled, a deep animal growl. The tent wall suddenly pushed inward, a giant shape, far bigger than any human, far bigger than any bear. Sarah grabbed a flashlight and shone it through the tent fabric. For a split second she saw it. White fur, black eyes, a mouth that was smiling. The next morning, rescuers arrived. They found the camp destroyed, food scattered everywhere, claw marks on the trees, tracks the size of dinner plates, but no Sarah. The only thing left was her camera. The final photograph showed a massive white shape standing just beyond the firelight, watching her, waiting. And written across the snow behind it were words nobody could explain. "My last camp." If you're ever camping alone and hear someone calling your name from the darkness, make sure they're actually there before you answer.